Sometimes you're stuck in a place where there's a lot to do, so much so that you end up doing nothing. Well, I've been there before, so let me tell you the story about how I got my shit together. Yeah, it's a process, but it's one that you begin with choices. I believe that life is all about small moments, like these. Of course you remember the big moments, but most of life is actually lived in the mundane. A lot of my vlogs feature those boring moments, the side quests, the inside jokes. They're there so I and the people around me can look back on them, and also because I don't do anything interesting. Yeah, I made a whole video about all that, so I'm not gonna get too much into it. I will add on to that. Life is also a series of choices. Red or blue. Yes or no. English or Spanish. Sorry. Last year I made the choice to stop living in the past. I mean, I feel like I've had a good run so far. Don't get me wrong, it's good to have memories to look back on, and to be satisfied with them. It's good to slow down and be content. But I'm a little too young to stop dreaming, and a little too old to just fuck around. It was time to start looking towards the future. I had to ask myself questions I didn't have answers for. Like, what do I want? How should I get there? As I searched for those answers, it brought me to my next big choice. Should I study film, or should I study computer science? I chose coding. There's a lot of small reasons why. I have about 20 pages of them, but I threw that script out the window because I can't yap that long, and also because with so many reasons to talk about, I fell into the same rabbit hole I've been stuck in this whole year. I have so many things to say that I don't know where to start. Now let's rewrite that sentence. I had so many choices to make that I didn't know where to begin. As I made the choice to look towards the future, I decided to just fully send it. I wanted to take control of my life, so I committed to a lot of things. On top of classes, I was a co-president. I worked 3 jobs. I was a TA, an RA, and I worked for my school's technology services. I started building an app. I hunted for internships, competed in hackathons, and also the, general life stuff that comes with, being in your early 20s. Figuring out what's for dinner, cleaning my dishes, figuring out what the fuck are taxes, scheduling my semesterly catch-up time with friends because, we're all getting busy. And I'm not complaining. A, I did this to myself, and B, I know some people out there do more or have it way worse than me. And if you are, and if you're still functioning, give yourself a pat on the back. Anyway, if I did well in all this stuff, I'd have a lot to gain, and I knew I could do well. I just needed to put in the effort. Yeah, I did not put in the effort, and I hated myself for it. You only have so much time in the day, which means you need to choose wisely. Spending time doing one thing means doing 3 other things worse. For example, I spent time on this video, meaning I did not spend time coding, or bonding with my housemates, or my family, or sleeping. I didn't want to make that choice, and for the first few weeks, just like I did through the last year, I avoided making that choice. I didn't do anything. And honestly, does that even matter? GPA doesn't matter when applying for jobs, so why should I go to class? I lead my club, but sometimes it felt like whatever decision we made, someone wasn't happy, so why should we care so much? The CS job market is on fire, so does applying for things even matter? Also, the rest of the world will literally be on fire in like 20 years, so does any of all this even matter? I even stopped reaching out and trying to spend more time with my friends. I will always love my friends, but I've drifted apart from enough good friends to know that the past we share will separate tomorrow. And it's great to see them again after a long time, but sometimes it's just a reminder of what once was. So does any of that even matter? I don't know, and that's okay. I was spiraling a bit, so sorry about that. For the last year, I thought I wasn't enough, just a sack of wasted potential. Nothing I really do matters in the grand scheme of things, so why even try? I try because I can choose what matters to me. For example, results matter to me, to the point where I won't start something if I think I won't be good at it, or if I think it won't work out. But then, if I think I'm not good at anything, I won't start anything. So instead I'll choose to find the beauty in starting things, even if it does seem pointless. Because you can go on a journey to nowhere, or stay in place and go nowhere. Only when that ship has sailed do I realize, the journey will always be a bit more fun. I could have ended the video there with a feel-good montage of cute moments after a set of wise words, a lesson, and a goodbye for all my friends. But I made this video for myself, most of all for times like these. I wish I could say I woke up halfway through the year and chose to begin that journey, to realize things do matter, and to finally believe and chase my dreams. And I did. I'd have productive-ass days where I'd make progress in all of my goals, and then I'd just come back for the day and, for whatever reason, just shut myself in for another week. Why? Let me circle back to what I said originally. When you have choices A, B, and C, the easiest one is D, for do nothing, because then anything that goes wrong is not your fault. Another way to frame that is not taking responsibility. Without responsibility, you can't grow as a person. And let's be real, refusing to try or to change just feels kind of bad. You just feel aimless. My point isn't just get off your ass and lock in. It's not that simple. My message is to not beat yourself up over it. It's gonna be a while before I grow into the person I want to be. I mean, I still don't fully know what that looks like. But every journey has ups and downs. You're gonna backtrack, go down the wrong path, or be forced to make difficult choices. Yeah, you're not gonna do everything right. You can't just, flip a switch and turn your whole life around all of a sudden. Sometimes you will just lay in bed, wasting time. But that doesn't matter. What does matter is that you take a step forward, eventually. To myself in the future, remember that it feels good to try. The best choice you can make is not to try to live up to the past, not to stress about a potential future, but to do one thing for yourself at a time, right now. Peace.